Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight, as the number of COVID cases increase, so does the death toll. We've got the story. A mother mourning the loss of her son while still grieving her grandson. Plus, DJs unite to feed the hungry.
Our News is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to Our News and thank you for joining us. I'm Kyle Joaquin. The country's COVID-19 death rate continues to climb, according to Health Minister Ronald Walz, who also revealed that nearly 60% of the confirmed COVID-19 cases are still active. Here's Jasmine Brown.
The health minister revealed those new COVID-19 statistics as he gave a brief communication in the House of Assembly this afternoon.
With the second wave surge in COVID-19, we have witnessed a more vicious and tenacious spread of this virus within and across nearly all of our inhabited islands. As of yesterday, the 8th of September 2020, we have now recorded a cumulative total of 2,657 confirmed cases.
And that's not the only thing that's climbing, according to the health minister, who said the fatality rate has also climbed.
We have lost 63 lives to COVID-19 with a case fatality ratio of 2.4%.
The new COVID-19 fatality rate is up from the previously reported 1.58% in late August. At the time, the COVID-19 death toll stood at 29 with 1,765 cases. Wells noted that the Bahamas has seen a more vicious spread of COVID-19 in the second wave. The health minister's updated figures come nearly 2 weeks after the last Ministry of Health press conference, which was held in late August. Wells told Parliament that COVID-19 is primarily driven by people in their 20s and 30s, and that men have the edge on women when it comes to infections.
Females currently account for 48% of all cases, and males 52%. An overall look at all cases show that the majority of cases, 41%, fall in the 20 to 39 age group, with the 40 to 59 age group closely behind, accounting for 36%.
As it relates to cases by island, he gave this breakdown.
New Providence accounts for 1,725 cases, or 65% of all of the cases in country. Grand Bahama has 589 cases, accounting for 22%. And of the 12 remaining islands reporting COVID cases, Abaco is highest with 95 cases, which is 4% of the nation's total.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Jasmine Brown.
A heated argument erupted in Parliament today when the opposition sought to have the Deputy Prime Minister table certain financial documents. What ensued was a shouting match as one member felt his intelligence was being called into question.
I've explained to the member.
The argument started after Exuma's and Ragged Island MP Chester Cooper asked for Turnquest to lay the Fiscal Responsibility Council's report. But Turnquest explained that it's been delayed because of a few technical issues. And as he sought to explain, on came the heckling.
You know, if you don't like the answer to the question, you shouldn't ask it, right? The fact of the matter is that the opposition right now is being a little bit reckless.
Things then took a turn after Turnquest threw a bit of shade at Central and South Andros MP Paisel Forbes, which Forbes took as an insult to his intelligence.
I don't know about South and Central Andros. I don't expect him to understand these issues in detail. But I do expect the member for Exuma.
Honorable member. He has been known to be culpable for not bringing proper documents to this parliament. And in our view, we're saying to him, lay the documents today. Don't tell me what I could comprehend or not, but the Speaker, I asked the member to withdraw it. If not, it's going to be a different candidate from me and him going forward in this honorable place. That's all I'm asking, Mr. Speaker. I find his comments very condescending and personal and disrespectful.
A heated Forbes then took his seat. Turnquest apologized if Forbes took it personally, but that in no way marked the end of the argument.
Was that meant to be a slight? So I do apologize if you took it that way. But let me just say this, you can't threaten me either. That's not cool.
Things then took another turn when Cooper pressed the issue, prompting a different kind of response from the DPM.
No, I don't have to bring anything. If there's no report, what do you want me to bring? You want me to bring a piece of white paper? What the heck am I going to bring?
The use of the word heck by Turnquest, another point the opposition didn't let go of, eventually prompting the House Speaker to intervene.
There's a word that I'm going to use in this Parliament at some point
for East Grand Bahama
that I thought was unparliamentary, but it was uttered from here. And I can bring that word for you, and I want you to jump up on that word too. Mr. Speaker.
In other news, a mother is mourning the loss of her son whose body was discovered by police off a track road in southwestern New Providence. It's another blow for the grieving mother who is still reeling from the death of her grandson during Hurricane Dorian.
The man who was found dead and wrapped in a blue sheet off Bacardi Road is 28-year-old Patrick Roll, according to his heartbroken sister Patricia Roll.
My twin gone.
Police say they were alerted to a possible homicide off Bacardi Road around 8 p.m. Saturday. Acting on information, they eventually found Roll's body wrapped up in a blue sheet on a track road off Bacardi Road. Police say Her Majesty's coroner was apprised of the facts and investigations are ongoing.
I was heartbroken because I never expect to hear that. He just leave me.
Roll's grieving mother, Ingrid McIntosh, says her son was special to her. She was frank in describing his past.
Everybody have a fault. I'm not going to say Patrick was perfect, but, whatever fault he had, he turned it around. So, to me, he was perfect.
Maybe you only had to be hard for the streets and environment where no one could take advantage of you and you have to stand your ground. But other than that, besides that, my brother had a heart of gold.
Family members say Roll was an avid gambler, so much so that his mother says it was his main source of income.
He shoot dice. He could shoot dice very good. Very good.
A gambling game is where Roll's live-in girlfriend says he was heading on Saturday evening, but he would never return home.
He just had.
Roll's mother is heartbroken by her son's death, which came 2 days after her birthday. It also comes a year after her grandson, Lashino Dean, was killed during Hurricane Dorian.
I am broken.
You'll go and have a drink and a cocktail. After that, after you didn't drink that, you drown in your sorrows, you going back and you going crying.
Roll's sisters, Patrika and Patricia Roll, are 1 year older and 1 year younger. They shared a close bond.
I know he had a good heart. He was the giver. He used to look out for people.
To whoever out there had anything to do with my brother, I get one thing to say. He ain't nothing or no one bigger than God. Nothing or no one bigger than God.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Jared Higgs.
Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis shut down claims that Super Club's Breezes Resort is being used to house COVID-19 patients. The resort says the rumors have resulted in a drop in bookings. Here's Berthany McDermott.
strictly non-COVID patients. All patients at Breezes are non-COVID. So the fake news and misinformation out there that Breezes has COVID patients and thus impacting its future is not true. That's fake news. It's all non-COVID patients, Mr. Speaker.
Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis refuted social media claims that COVID-19 patients are being housed at Super Club's Breezes Resort. The Prime Minister's reassurance contradicts comments by Health Minister Renwood Wells, who said in August that Super Club's Breezes would be used to expand the bed capacity for COVID-19 patients. Wells said the facility would provide much-needed relief to the stressed bed capacity at Princess Margaret Hospital. Chairman of Super Club's collection of hotels and resorts, John Issa, said the misinformation spread on social media has affected their bottom line.
Well, we've seen a decrease in the local market. I mean, it coincided with, some more stringent curfew methods. So, it may be a bit of both. But we're hoping that the local market will now pick up, because I don't see the foreign market starting up, right away.
Breezes released this flyer which reads, "Don't believe the fake news. There are no COVID-19 patients at Breezes." It also identifies the part of the compound that's being used as the National Response Center, which Issa explained is completely cordoned off from the remainder of the resort.
The people from the Ministry of Health made sure the balcony doors couldn't open from the inside, because before you could, and they put those in. And so that the hospital patients aren't allowed to roam out through the balconies. And then the entrances are policed.
Now, Super Club Breezes is one of few resorts that reopened on July 1st. ISSA says operating the resort on such low occupancy has not only been expensive, but stressful.
Anything that can be done nationally with tax relief and relief on other, government control costs would be helpful because it is an extreme strain.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
Nearly $150 million has been paid out in unemployment benefits through a number of programs since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, according to Minister of Finance Peter Turnquist.
Expanding social support continues to be a core part of our fiscal and economic plan.
Turnquist said combined, the programs have supported approximately 43,200 people and poured some $146.5 million into the domestic economy. He says a chunk of those funds was paid out through the National Insurance Board.
Under the regular unemployment benefit scheme, funded directly through NIB contributions, some 38,598 persons have applied to date. From its own resources, NIB has paid out some $93.3 million directly to those beneficiaries.
More news on the way, but here's a first look at weather with meteorologist Greg Thompson. Good night, Greg.
Thanks, Kyle. I'm meteorologist Greg Thompson with your first look at weather. Outside the studios, we still have quite a bit of clouds out there. Temperature in the low to mid 80s, 84 is our current temperature. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 4 knots. Your feels like temperature around 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Satellite-wise, lots of tropical moisture still around our area, and that's producing the cloudy conditions and some showers and thunderstorms we're having. Most of that occurring across the northwest and central Bahamas. We will continue to see those actions later on tonight through tomorrow. That's your first look at weather. Your extended forecast is still to come.
All right, thanks, Greg. Still to come, Constituency Commission members named. Plus, the CPSA called for stricter penalties. Stay tuned.
This is a huge deal. NFL Sunday Ticket is back, only with Rev Trio. All day football, all day Sunday. Enjoy all the benefits of Trio with a huge extra. Never miss a game with NFL Sunday Ticket, included in your Rev Trio bundle. All you have to do is opt in. TV, phone, and internet starting at just $99. Call 601-8992 to sign up now. Visit www.rev.bs/promotions for details.
House Speaker Halson Moultrie has announced the recently appointed members of the Constituencies Commission. Moultrie read a September 1st letter from the Secretary to the Governor General that stated the Governor General offers no objection to prospective members of the Commission. Moultrie was named Chairman and Supreme Court Justice Deborah Fraser was named Deputy Chair on the recommendation of Chief Justice Brian Marie. Moultrie said Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis recommended Bambootown MP Renwood Wells and Marco City MP Michael Pintard, while Exumas and Ragged Island MP Chester Cooper was appointed on the recommendation of Opposition Leader Philip Davis.
This now puts the Constituencies Commission in a position to begin its work.
The Constituencies Commission reviews constituency boundaries throughout the Bahamas. The Constitution mandates that a revision is done at least once every 5 years and that the Commission reports any recommended changes. While holding up posters and picket signs, a group of Grand Bahama residents staged a protest outside Grand Bahama Power Company today. They say they're furious over a proposed fee that is set to be added to their power bills on October 1st. Residents say enough is enough.
Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough!
It's unconscionable. It is unnecessary, unfair, and definitely this is the wrong time for it. Grand Bahama have gone through two crises that the world has not seen. We're talking about the Hurricane Dorian that devastated not only East End, but this entire island. Grand Bahama have seen a better than 60% unemployment during this crisis, and that situation has not changed. So what is America thinking about at this particular time? Who can afford it? Many of these residents out here are still living in battered homes.
Residents lamented their current state caused by Hurricane Dorian. They say the problem has been compounded by the COVID-19 pandemic. They call for something to be done immediately.
This is unacceptable. We've been crying for too many years. We've been sitting in our homes and we've been being pacified and people been telling us, oh, okay, Grandma Bahama, you guys are on the uprise. It's going to get better. It's not getting better. No. It's not getting better. We can't go, I'm sorry, but our children can't go to John Bull and buy gifts.
Absolutely.
That's a slap in the face.
We've had enough. This is only one of our issues, and we have a mountain of issues here in Grand Bahama. And so we beg you, we ask you to come and to hear our concerns.
The new fee was set to come into effect in April, but it was delayed. At the time, executives said that the fee would be less than $7 for residential customers and less than $24 for business customers. The extra charges will reportedly help to recover $15 million in Dorian restoration costs. Last month, a Grand Bahama Power Company executive told the Tribune that they could not keep kicking the can down the road. These residents say it is heartless to impose this levy at this time.
In Grand Bahama, we are sick and tired of what is happening, and we will no longer stand for it.
Enough is enough, and we must stand. And I tell you, if they put that $7 bill on your light bill, go in here, pay your light bill, and do not pay that $7. Protest it, and let's see what they can do.
Well, with many still unemployed and depending on government assistance, Finance Minister Peter Turnquist was asked today whether government would look to extend its unemployment benefits beyond the month of September. NIB Minister Brenzel Roll indicated last month that government would be able to provide the assistance up to the end of this month. Turnquist could not say definitively whether government will go beyond the end of the month.
At the end of that period, which will end in September, we will make some decisions based upon the resources that are available. So at this point, it's a little early to make that definitive statement. The performance for the next month will determine what is available for us to extend the program, and we'll make decisions at that time.
Well, as COVID-19 cases continue to climb in New Providence amid revelations that many are not adhering to quarantine protocols, the president of the Consultant Physician Staff Association is calling for stricter penalties for those who break quarantine. Here's Giorgio Bain.
Dr. Sabrika Pinder-Butler is calling out those Bahamians who continue to break COVID-19 protocols put in place to slow the spread of the deadly disease. On Monday, SuperValue owner Rupert Roberts revealed that a cashier who tested positive for the virus was caught shopping in his store's Blue Hill Road location. Pinder-Butler said that it's something that happens far too often.
Those persons who know that they have symptoms, know that they're exposed, and know that they have COVID, shame on you when you come into environments and know that you're potentially causing harm to others. Yes, you might fare well, but there are those vulnerable groups of persons that have not fared well.
She is now calling for additional fines or stricter measures to discourage persons from breaking quarantine. As of Tuesday, there were 2,657 COVID-19 cases. The majority of those cases are in New Providence, where 1,725 people have tested positive. If COVID-positive persons knowingly spread the virus, there will be no decrease in community spread anytime soon, said Pinder-Butler, who warned the increase in cases will continue to strain the healthcare system.
If you know that you have COVID and you're intentionally going into places where you know and making contact with people, touching items, even coming into healthcare facilities, as we have happen almost every week, which means that you've now exposed the healthcare workers. You've now caused a facility to have to be closed perhaps for cleaning. All of those things have long-term and long-lasting implications. So we think that certainly the regulations have to be in place in order for us to do this.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Giorgio Bain.
All right, thanks, Giorgio. Still to come, the IDB launches the Pivot Movement. Details after this break.
This is a huge deal. NFL Sunday Ticket is back, only with Rev Trio. All-day football, all-day Sunday. Enjoy all the benefits of Trio with a huge extra. Never miss a game with NFL Sunday Ticket, included in your Rev Trio bundle. All you have to do is opt in. TV, phone, and internet starting at just $99. Call 601-8992 to sign up now. Visit www.rev.bs/promotions for details.
You're watching Our News. Welcome back. Do you have an idea that could change the Bahamas as we know it? Well, the Inter-American Development Bank, in collaboration with the Caribbean Climate Smart Accelerator, officially launched the Pivot Search on September 2nd. The idea is to harness innovative ideas for Caribbean development and to create a plan for the future of the region. CCSA CEO Raquel Moses said it's time for Caribbean people to shine and encouraged everyone to submit their ideas, no matter how ambitious they may seem.
And there is the Pivot Search, where we are searching for the people who have these incredible ideas in 3 particular areas. So the areas are digital transformation, electromobility, and reimagining tourism. So those are the 3 areas which we will pick first 6 finalists, and then we will go on to pick 3 prize winners who will each win $5,000 for contributing these wonderful ideas.
You can request an invitation to the Pivot event and submit as many ideas as you'd like to www.caribbeanpivot.com until September 18th. The competition kicks off October 15th.
The conference is a very limited edition in that there'll be very few participants, because we'll be actively working to develop these ideas and to develop those ideas into a manifesto for the region to take us forward to the rest of our history.
A group of Bahamans reaching out to lend a helping hand. Marcellus Hall has more.
Well, it's often when things are at their darkest that we need a little bit of light to lead the way. So said, so done. A group of young Bahamans coming forward to do their part to help those who are going through dark times. With so many Bahamans struggling to make ends meet, a helping hand is always welcome. With that in mind, a group of civil-minded citizens have taken it upon themselves to do their part to assist. Student Class 1985 at SAC have come together to donate food monthly to those in need. Spokesman Anastasia Turnquest talked about how the idea came about.
And during this time of COVID, when there's so many in the country that are hurting and are in need, we decided to partner with a travel group. A few of the guys in our class are in a travel group, and they started the initiative of giving 10 families a month groceries, etc., and we decided to partner with them. So during this time of COVID, like I said, when a lot of persons are out of work or in need, we decided to give 10 families a month groceries, and we're taking this initiative up until December, hopefully into 2021, but for now the goal is up until December. 10 different families a month will receive grocery items from us.
Turnquest adding that it was a matter of social awareness, as they all felt the need to come forward.
It's all about, being our brother's keeper. Each one reach one, and as much as we can, we try to help those in need who are less fortunate than we are. So giving back is something we have taken on. Like I said, we started with our fellow classmates, and now we're reaching out into the community.
So the members of SAC's Class of 85 say they will continue to do their part in order to make things a little bit better for those in need. Reporting for Our News, I'm Marcellus Hall.
All right, thanks, Marcellus. Still to come, DJs unite for the fight against hunger. Stay tuned.
This is a huge deal. NFL Sunday Ticket is back, only with Rev Trio. All day football, all day Sunday. Enjoy all the benefits of Trio with a huge extra. Never miss a game with NFL Sunday Ticket, included in your Rev Trio bundle. All you have to do is opt in. TV, phone, and internet starting at just $99. Call 601-8992 to sign up now. Visit www.rev.bs/promotions for details.
The idea of 2 friends to help feed those in need has grown into something special. The fight against hunger will bring together some of the best DJs from the old and new school for a Zoom party series aimed at raising funds to help feed those who have stumbled upon hard times.
It was incredible to see the response that we got, and I'm looking forward to the party this weekend because, it's an old school versus new school theme party. So we want to touch every demographic, every age group, come out, have fun, and just log on to the Zoom and donate.
So if it's $1, $2, we'll accept it. But all the money raised from this will go towards those who need the most.
DJ Overdose and DJ Ignite will represent the new school and face off against Dion the Butcher and DJ Todd. Organizers Todd Isaacs Jr. and Dwayne Davis Jr. say all you need is $5 and access to Zoom to log in this Saturday at 9 p.m. Their goal is to feed as many people as possible.
We raised about $2,200. We bought $50 vouchers from Super Value. We distributed the vouchers among those who reached out to us on social media. So it was a first come, first served basis. So those who didn't get assistance this week, we'll have a list, and we will reach out to them as we get the vouchers from this event.
You know, coming up with this virtual party was something that was easy. It didn't require much overhead, and it was something that didn't require people to do very much. You know, the toughest part was trying to find ways for people to donate. You know, they could donate online on PayPal, Cash App, the Canoe app.
Well, Rev is looking to give 3 basketball lovers the chance to win a virtual seat to Game 4 of the Los Angeles Lakers and Houston Rockets series tomorrow night. To participate, one must be a Rev Trio customer. Download Rev Go Play and make a short video about why you're the ultimate NBA superfan, then tag Rev Cable Bahamas on Facebook or Instagram. Winners will be announced tomorrow at 1 p.m. Good luck. And that's a look at news. We now throw it back to meteorologist Greg Thompson for the extended weather forecast.
Thanks again, Kyle. I'm meteorologist Greg Thompson with your second look at weather. Lots of clouds, lots of tropical moisture across the area, producing cloudy conditions across most of the islands. Showers and thunderstorms occurring across the Big Islands, Andros, Grand Bahama, as well as the Abacos. That activity will continue through tomorrow as this system remains in place. Boating forecast for the northwest and central Bahamas. Southeast winds 10 knots, seas running 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. While in the southeast Bahamas, we have an east to southeast flow continuing at 10 to 15 knots, seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Here's a look now at your national forecast. Here's a look now at your extended forecast through Monday. That's a look at your forecast. Make it a great night, everyone.
Thank you for joining us for Our News tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Kyle Joaquin. Remember, you can catch Our News on the Go, the Rev Go Play app. Have a good Wednesday evening, Bahamas.